Guys, I'm Johnny Scoville, and this is Chase the Heat. It is another installment of Late Night Snack Time with the Scoville Squad, and I have a potential dandy. This comes from Haico's Hot Sauce. This is his Canuck Cowboy Candy. All right, cool label. That's Haico on the front. There's your heat level. Second one up, so it's gonna be low heat. This is what these look like. Oh. Man, I probably should have taken a picture of this because I have no lighting and I can't see it. Maybe this will help. If not, it's a blooper. Nah, I got this. All right, so here's what's in these beauties. Jalapenos, maple syrup, apple cider vinegar, garlic, curry powder, and ground ginger. Haico is one of my favorite people, like in the sauce community. I love the guy. He's just such a great dude. I've had the great fortune of hanging out with him all over the world. He's just a good guy. He's neat. His wife's Angela's awesome too. All right, so we're gonna get into this. Let's give this a shot. His Canuck Cowboy Candy. Oh. You can definitely smell the maple syrup, and you really get the jalapenos. It smells so good. I brought my spoon because I'm not going to taint my cowboy candy. Man, they look so good. My mouth is watering. I love doing what I do. I get to eat the greatest products, try cool things. All right, you guys, here we go. Couple rings. This is his Canuck Cowboy Candy from Haico's Hot Sauce. In Canada, A. Johnny Scoville, and this is Chase the Heat. Wow. I've had candied, jalapenos and other peppers. I don't think I've ever had them with maple syrup. It adds such a beautiful sweetness to it. And the flavors are so good. Oh, I'm double dipping with this spoon. This is going to freak people out. I don't really care. Nobody's eating this but me. Oh, man. Wow. I'm gonna leave the top off. I'm definitely going back for more before this video is over. Man, those are yummy, Haico. Oh, the heat, they're very mild. His heat's right on point. It's lower end of the heat, but the flavor is just incredible. Non-chili, I would find this to be like maybe 5. You eat hot stuff, he's right on point. 2 or 3 maybe. I mean, tasty. I'm gonna have one more before I do Tommy's picks. Man, these are good. If I have one more, I mean a spoonful. Wow. Wow. All right, Zerker08. First comment for Tommy's picks today. It's weird to censor comments, then also feature bad comments. LOL. All right, Tommy says, okay, my man, you make a good point, so I got to bring it up. I want everybody to hear about this, so I won't get a. So I want everybody to hear about this, but so it won't get a score. But I think it's worthy of bringing it to the attention of the Scoville Squad. A comment will get censored if a kid reading it would be a problem. Right? F-bombs, and we just don't want a kid coming across that because Chase Eat's got a lot of family that are underage. A lot of family. I will highlight comments that are not positive because sometimes it's fun to rip the person who wrote it. And sometimes Johnny just needs to hear it. So if I consider this one a public, I consider this one a public service. So thank you. I appreciate your effort. No, you didn't get a score, but you did get your name read on the Chase Heat. So there's that. Have a great day. Thank you so much, Wes. Appreciate the comment. Was that Wes? No, it wasn't. It was Zergster08. I don't know why I thought Wes. Zergster08. Here we go. Steve Giltonen saw this when he first commented on when it happened, and I did comment, but Tommy picked it also because it's a great comment. Here we go. Happy estimated 647 days sober. I'm a bit uncomfortable to say out loud. I'm only 603 days behind you, but one day at a time. As Tommy pointed out, I also suffer from ABS, Al Bundy syndrome. My smell-o-vision must be on the fritz because I smell feet. All right. Hey, my man, you say that you're uncomfortable to say out loud the number of days that you got sober. I'm not sure why that is. Perhaps you don't think it's a lot of sobriety. Perhaps you think you're going to jinx yourself. I'm not quite sure. But from a man who's battled drug addiction for a great part of his life, I want you to know that if you got 4 days of sobriety and you're listening to Chase Heat, congratulations. That's awesome. If you took a first step, if you took that first step, congratulations. Or you, my man, who's actually got a little bit more under your belt, hats off to you. I'm proud of you. I know Johnny feels the same way, as does the rest of the Chase Heat family. As to the Al Bundy syndrome, I'm sorry. It's painful affliction, man. Truly, I'm sorry for you. So this comment had it all. It had smell-o-vision, it had Al Bundy syndrome, it had a great message about sobriety. Solid 3. Thank you. It's really weird how I don't know if there's a correlation between eating peppers and sobriety, or I don't know what, we all kind of find it, but there's so many people I know in the community that are sober. The first week, the week after, I think I was like 7 days not drinking. And I want you to know, it was a really weird thing for me because I just flipped a switch and I never craved it ever. I never craved it since. Honest to God, it's a true story. I mean it. Not once have I said, boy, I'd like a beer. It's not something I think about. However, I went to the New York City Hot Sauce Expo and I went to a person that has 30 years of sobriety. And I said, hey, I quit drinking. They're like, hey, brother, give me a hug and a high five. And they said something I'll never forget. They said, look, how many days you got? I said 7. And he told me his number, which is absurd. And he goes, my 24 hours, this is what he said to me, my 24 hours today is the same as yours. No different because I have more days under my belt. Today's 24 for me is the same as your 24. Put it in perspective for me. It's a cool thing. So it doesn't matter how many days you got. You get the right attitude. Proud of you. Great comment, Steve. Thank you. And all you guys getting sober. Appreciate it. You know what? I never went to classes or to anything like that, but I've watched enough of them. I've watched Intervention a million times. I know that they say that relapse is part of recovery. I've never had that, and if you struggle, you relapse, start over again. No big deal. Actually, that's a lie. You know what? That's a lie. The last time it was like that. I downloaded the app that I have on my phone 2 other times in the previous year. I said, I'm going to download this app. I'm not going to drink anymore. And like a week later, I'm like, I'm drinking a beer, forget about it. But I just took it seriously. April, a couple years ago almost. Anyhow. Last comment. This is from I Casper WSV. I like watching your show when you eat like a person should, with their mouth closed. All that food critics eat so sloppy, smacking their lips, it makes me sick. But not you, sir. This is an important comment. It's in fact so important that I would really like to give it a scoring of 4. I don't think enough people realize the gift that Johnny chews with his mouth closed. Man, take a tour of YouTube and take a look at some of the cats out there making videos. I actually played one for Johnny the other day over the phone and said, listen to this man chew. The snapping and smacking noise that this man literally literally kicked in my gag reflex. So this is a public service to the rest of the people making videos and a compliment to Johnny. I give it a solid 4 for a great comment. That's funny. He did. He messaged me. It was hilarious. He messaged me a tape because, yeah, hear this. I did the exact same thing with Bree. Like, remember that one, Bree? maybe a couple, 3 or 4 months ago. This guy made a video of him. It was worse than the one Tommy showed me. I'll have to find it. I'll have to find and get it to Tommy. I don't know. Yeah, I always had trouble watching people chew with their mouths open. You know what? Sometimes after you've eaten like 30 or 40 super hots, it's hard to keep your mouth shut when you chew because your lips burn when they touch you. So you kind of keep your mouth open. But even then, I think it's terrible. So I don't spit on video and drool. I try not to. I've ever spit. Oh, I spit on the, jeez Louise. I spit on the Sir Strong video a lot. That's because that's what death tastes like. I didn't want it in my mouth any longer. Oh. Anyway, great comments, you guys. Loving them a lot. You guys are just the best. I'm having so much fun reading them. So there are so many that don't get read that are just incredible. And the funny thing is, there isn't just one comment. People leave comments, and the threads are just like are just getting incredible. So I'm having so much fun with you guys. Thank you. We're gonna wrap this up now and call it an evening. You guys need to do yourself a favor, and man, I mean it, because I've had a lot of this type of candied peppers. And this is about as good as it gets. There's something. He is on to something with that maple syrup in there. I mean it. That is just, wow. These won't last. Anyway, go to the description box. You'll see a link for Haico's hot sauce. Do tell him that I sent you. Get to know the guy if you have an opportunity. He's man, what a great guy. Anyway, we're going to wrap this thing up now. Thank you so much for hanging out. This has been fun right there is our pepper. Man, if you click that pepper, you're part of our family. If you don't want to miss a video, just don't miss a video. Click the bell for notification and make sure you select all so you miss nothing. League of Fire right there. And cast a spotlight on the chili world and create a bunch of enthusiasm and momentum by creating a ranking system where people like you, like Tommy Scoville, people like you, anybody, can get in this. If you ask Tom if he's a Chilean, he'd say he's not. Boom, more videos. Hey, I love you guys. Thanks for hanging out with me. I'm Johnny Scoville. This was Chase the Heat.